Today, I went into one of the discount grocery stores in Suitland, Maryland, and it reminded me exactly why I refuse to normalize poverty. I walked in just trying to grab some instant rice, and even that turned into a whole mission. Every aisle was the same: high sodium, high sugar, low quality garbage. The kind of food that's cheap at the register but expensive in the hospital. You save a lot at the front, and then you pay a whole lot later with diabetes, heart disease, strokes, cancer. That's not an accident. That's a design. And when I stepped out, what was right there? 7-Eleven, fast food, more junk. That's the diet they're feeding low income, mostly black neighborhoods on purpose. And then they blame us for the way we look, the way we feel, and how long we live. We like to act like this is just people making bad choices. But what I saw today is what some people call food apartheid. Not a food desert like it's some random natural disaster. Apartheid, a system that decides who gets Whole Foods and Sprouts and who gets expired produce and mystery meat. You see, in rich neighborhoods, you get the organic, low sodium, 10 different types of rice, healthy, ready meals, the nice and clean Giants, Wegmans, fresh fruit, stacked to the ceiling. But in the poor neighborhoods, especially the black ones, you get 7-Eleven, cheap fried chicken, corner stores, one sad grocery store with trash options. Then when people end up sick, big bellied, low energy, and dying early, the same system turns around and says, look, see, they're lazy. They don't care about their health. No, you poison the environment and then blame the fish for being sick. It's like a setup. People love to talk about the crabs in a barrel, but Jay-Z said it best. Crabs don't belong in a barrel. That environment is unnatural. If you put any living thing and trap it in a stressful, desperate situation, they're going to claw, fight, drag, bite. That's not a black problem. That's a human problem. The barrel is poverty. The barrel is underfunded schools. The barrel is food apartheid. The barrel is over policing and under investing. The barrel is putting liquor stores, smoke shops, and fast foods on every corner instead of opportunity. So when people say, why don't they just make better choices? I say, why are you only putting the worst choices in our neighborhoods? One of the ugliest parts of escaping poverty is that you often have to leave people you love behind. Not because you don't care, not because you think you're better than them, but because some people don't want to change. And if you stay where they are, they will pull you back down. Poverty isn't just about money. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that says, this is just how it is. It's a mindset that laughs at your growth. It's a mindset that calls you fake for wanting better. And if you're serious about changing your life, at some point you have to make a decision. Do I want to be loyal to my potential or loyal to people who are loyal to their limitations? Most people who make it out of white poverty don't stay in trailer parks. They move, they upgrade. Nobody calls them a sellout for wanting a safe neighborhood and a good school. But let a black person move to the suburb and suddenly they're leaving their people. No, they're leaving poverty. That's a big difference. It's easy to say change your mindset, but let's be real. Mindset is hard to change when your environment is screaming the opposite. If every day you walk past trash food, trash attitudes, negative people, no resources, you start to believe that's all there is. That's why environment is so important. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is physically move yourself where your future has a chance. But here's the key. Leaving doesn't mean forgetting. You can leave the hood without leaving your heart. You can upgrade your environment and still love your people. You can protect your peace and still serve the community, just not at the cost of your sanity or your life. I'm not saying any of this from an ivory tower. I'm literally out here every day detailing cars with some injuries. I'm hitting the gym. I'm pushing out content. I'm thinking about poverty, about youth, about mental health, about systems. This grind is not normal. It hurts. It costs. But I'm willing to die for this mission to show at-risk youth what real self-worth looks like. Not the version that's based on shoes, cars, and likes. The version that's based on how you treat your body, how you manage your mind, how you choose your relationships, how you build your habits. Poverty tells you you're nothing unless you flex. Self-worth tells you you're everything even when nobody is watching. My mission is to help at-risk youth break two of the deadliest curses, poverty and low self-esteem. I want them to know that. You are not your neighborhood. You are not your parents' mistakes. You are not the label put on your school or your block. Self-empowerment is not just positive quotes. It's learning how money actually works, learning how our body actually works, learning how to say no to relationships that drain you, learning how to see the game that's being played on you, and then choosing your own moves. Healthy relationships are a part of that. If the people around you don't want to grow, they will resent you for growing. If they don't want to heal, they'll call you different when you stop hurting yourself. You can love people and still leave their patterns behind. If you're a young person watching this, or someone still stuck in that barrel, here's my challenge to you. Number one, wake up to the design. When you walk into that trash grocery store, understand this. It's not all you're worth. This is what they decided you were worth. There's a difference. Number two, protect your body. Start with one small upgrade. Drink more water. Cut one junk thing. Move your body 20 minutes a day. Your body is your engine. Don't let them win by breaking it early. Number three, audit your circle. Pay attention to who laughs when you talk about growth. Who gets quiet when you talk about leaving. Who calls you fake when you start healing. Those are your anchors. Number four, feed your mind different. Podcasts, books, videos, mentors, whatever you can get. Your mind has to leave the hood before your body does. Start seeing yourself somewhere better, doing something better. Number five, commit to becoming an example. Not a perfect person, an example. Someone younger than you needs to see that it's possible to come from where you come from and still build a life with peace, with health, with purpose. Look, I'm not here to shame anybody stuck in poverty. I'm here to tell you it's not all your fault. It's not all out of your control either. The system is real. The racism is real. The design is real, but so is your power. They put us in barrels and then blame us for clawing. They feed us poison and then blame us for being sick. They terrorize our neighborhoods and then blame us for being traumatized. But here's what they can't control. The moment you decide, I'm done living like this. The moment you decide, I'm going to build my self-worth from the inside out. The moment you decide, I might come from the barrel, but I'm not dying in it. My name is Taj the Rapping Detailer, and my mission is to help at-risk youth remember who they really are, break the curses that were handed down to them, and build healthy relationships with themselves as well as others. Poverty is a system, but you're not a system. You're a person, and you deserve more, so let's start acting like it. And remember that being prepared eliminates fear, and being aware makes everything clear. And I'm out of here. Peace.